in the rookies game. This game is replacing the Legends game. The NFL, NHL, NBA Players Association got together to make the decisions on this, that they would be able to put these two teams together and give the charity to the retirement fund. And now let's meet the players and the coaches tonight, and let's go to PA announcer Bill Westland.
And now, please welcome the competitors in the inaugural Schick Rookie Game, presented as a joint effort of the NBA and the NBA Players Association. Playing for the Sensations. This all-around forward leads all rookies in scoring and minutes played. He helped the University of Kentucky to the NCAA Final Four last season. From the Dallas Mavericks, the Monster Mash, Jamal Mashburn. This all-around forward has been a major contributor for the Cleveland Cavaliers. As a college senior, he was named Pac-10 Player of the Year after leading Arizona to another conference championship. Chris Mills. This hustling forward returned from a year in Europe to become one of the best rookie shot blockers in the league. He's a force up front for the New Jersey Nets, Hubie Brown. This forward was named National College Player of the Year last season after a standout career at Indiana University. One of the top rookie scorers in the NBA from the Washington Bullets, CALBERT. This talented point guard has started every game this season as the new director of the Los Angeles Lakers offense. He leads the team in assists and three-pointers, Nick Van Exel. This towering center has already become one of the top shot blockers in the NBA. Standing 7'6", he can dunk a basketball without leaving his feet. From the Philadelphia 76ers, Shawn Bradley. A 6'8" rebounding machine who has become the chairman of the boards for the Dallas Mavericks. As a college senior, he led the nation in rebounding in 1992, Ron Popeye Jones. This gifted guard is only 21 years old, but already one of the best all-around players in the NBA. He brings excitement to one of the league's best young teams. From the Orlando Magic, Penny Hardaway. And coaching the Sensations, a man who owns more championship rings than he has fingers, Hall of Famer, K.C. Jones.
K.C. Jones, quite the player in his own right. He played with the Celtics during glory years. K.C. Jones dishing off. He not only played with some great players, but he coached some great players at Boston, of course, in the era of the McHales and the Dennis Johnsons, and Larry Bird won 2 championships in the 80s with the Boston Celtics, and he'll be coaching these youngsters here tonight.
And now, playing for the Phenoms, the youngest player in the NBA and the first pick of the 1993 NBA draft. He's already a force in the middle for the Golden State Warriors, leading all rookies in rebounds and slam dunks, Chris Webber. This relentless rebounder hustled his way into the NBA after playing 3 seasons in Europe. He's one of the league's top rebounders. From the Indiana Pacers, Antonio Davis. This exciting young point guard reminds many of his idol and mentor, and now teammate Isaiah Thomas. From the Detroit Pistons, LINDSEY. After helping the Croatian national team to a silver medal at the 1992 Summer Olympics, this versatile forward is now helping the Chicago Bulls chase another championship. TONI KUKOC. Selected late in the 1993 NBA draft, this forward's defense and rebounding earned him a spot in the starting lineup of the Utah Jazz. A former star for Long Beach State University, Brian Russell. Also a silver medalist for the Croatian national Olympic team, this talented forward was the NBA's Rookie of the Month for November, ranking among the top newcomers in scoring, rebounding, and field goal percentage. From the Boston Celtics, Dino Raja. And setting point guard with a sweet shooting touch, he plays a key role on one of the NBA's best teams. He already holds a team record for the most three-pointers by a rookie. From the Houston Rockets, Sam Cassell. From your Minnesota Timberwolves, a powerful young player who is fast becoming one of the most explosive scorers in the NBA. He's dazzled you throughout the season with his spectacular play, Isaiah Ryder. Not playing tonight due to injury, this point guard led all rookies in assists through the first 2 months of the season. We are honored to have him here and wish him all the best for a complete recovery. From the Sacramento Kings, Bobby Hurley. Coaching the Phenoms, a four-time NBA All-Star and former head coach of the Chicago Bulls, Doug Collins.
And you may notice a similarity here in the young Chris Collins from Duke and Doug with the 76ers. Of course, Chris doesn't have the gold chain. These were during the years in Chicago. Doug thought he had lost the game. He wanted it there with young son Chris. And, of course, now our commentator on TNT. And he'll be coaching the Phenoms here tonight, and you're looking at them. Hubie, if you had to pick one, which best team?
Are you kidding? Come on. You're going to put me on a spot in an all-star game?
Let's go. You go with Casey, I'll go with Doug. Now, I'll get you back to that in a moment. Performing the national anthem here at the Target Center is George Wesley Jr., an 11-year-old fifth grader from Oklahoma City. Most recently appeared on nationally syndicated Star Search 94. This is George Wesley Jr.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
George Wesley Jr. When I was 11, I was trading ball cards. He's almost a concert performer. We'll be back here for the first annual Schick Rookies Game after this. Rookies Game First of all, K.C. Jones and the Sensations. And Hubie, this is a pretty good, well-balanced lineup here.
Well, they're playing their normal positions, and that's interesting that they would be able to form a club that way.
Here's Doug Collins' starting lineup.
You can see right here, Chris Webber must play center for this unit. KUKOC had a small forward. Roger had a big forward for Boston. So we have the same. We have a nice balanced group, but like we said earlier, there'll be three substitutions for each ball club, and then that's where the players will get out of position.
We will play 2 15-minute halves here, so we're going to be seeing a very nearly complete basketball game. 2 15-minute halves with the clock stopping, and we will have 10 team fouls. Fouls will be called on players, but nobody will foul out, so we won't be losing an Anthony Hardaway or a Chris Webber due to foul trouble in the ball game. And the man who's tossing it up was once the big man,
sure,
the Minneapolis Lakers, George Mikan. What a legend.
They won 3 championships in a row. They had Vern Mickelson and Palmer in the corner, and then I think Slater Martin and Whitey Scoog may be in the back court.
Now that's impressive, Hubie.
Now that's back in the 50s.
A man as young as you are that remembers that is George Mikan.
Pollard and Mickelson at the forwards. They were considered the greatest front line in the history of the game for many, many years.
The honorary tip-off, and now our officials are Ted Bernhardt, Joe DeRosa, and Jim Kinsey. And the first rookies game is underway. KUKOC gets the jump. In white, the Doug Collins Phenoms. And number 1 from the Detroit Pistons, LINDSEY Hunter. Pass inside to Webber. The hook shot over Bradley.
Well, the teams had a chance to work out yesterday for an hour. You could see a little organization there. A nice baseline screen to free up Webber that time.
Here is Nick Van Exel out of the Cincinnati Bearcats. And Exel got a starting role in his rookie year. Into the corner, Jamal Mashburn, who's been carrying a big load in Dallas.
Mashburn is having an outstanding season in regards to scoring points, but he's having a difficult time shooting, only shooting right at that 40% mark.
J.R. Ryder follows his own shot. Isaiah Ryder, I say J.R. After coming out of college, J.R. changed his name to Isaiah, and he will be known henceforth as Isaiah Ryder. He'll be in the slam dunk competition coming up. He's not short of confidence. On draft night, he guaranteed a victory in the slam dunk competition before he'd even been invited. He is invited and is here. Mashburn against Webber. Mashburn hits the jumper. That was the big debate before the draft. Who was better?
Well, I think that Golden State very happy with their choice with Webber. Orlando extremely happy with Hardaway.
Hunter has it tipped off. It will belong to the Collins Phenoms.
And the thing to remember about that trade, not only did you get Hardaway for that first pick, but you also get 3 first-round picks for the future.
Hunter hits the 3.
He's a very, very talented young man. Averaged 26 points a game in college, and you know that he can score.
Chris Mills dishing off to Bradley out at the high post, being played by Dino Raja. Quick hands from Hunter, too. Punches it away from Van Exel. Down to Bradley, looking for the hook. And finding it.
I'm happy for him. And, you know, he's making progress. Within the last month of this season, he has really improved in all facets of the game. He only plays 28 minutes a game.
Toni Kukoc had moments of brilliance this first half of the season with Chicago. Another 3. This one missed. Chris Mills out of Arizona. Before that with Kentucky, you may recall. All the way coast to coast. Mills reverse lay-in.
Mills very talented. Started out his career at Kentucky for a year, then transferred to Arizona. You know, player of the year in the Pac-10 as a senior. Getting quality minutes at Cleveland. Has started quite a few ball games for them.
There's a mismatch. Hunter got matched up with Bradley, lobbed it inside. They move it around to Kukoc for the drive.
Oh, nice pass.
To Raja, the Croatian sensation, to his former Croatian teammate, Dino Raja. And back for the lay-in.
All Raja had to do was take an extra step, and he had a layup. I know Kukoc's going to tell him, if I'm going to pass the ball to you, please move towards it.
The foul called, and we will remind you here that in white, Doug Collins' group, the Phenoms, in the teal uniforms, the Sensations, coached by K.C. Jones.